My pleasure to give a hearty welcome to the University of New South Wales, and specifically the School of Civil and Environmental Engineering. Professor Stephen Foster couldn't be here to open this at the moment. He's currently on university business in Malaysia. But the School of Civil and Environmental Engineering is proud to be a sponsor of the event, and also the significant involvement of Professor Chris Rezos and Dr. Craig Roberts as part of the local organising committee. As a sponsor, the school, just to reflect the history of the school, the University of New South Wales is well over 60 years old now, and the school was one of the founding members of the university, which, if some of you do travel around Sydney, not too far from Chinatown, there's a place called Ultimo. That's where the foundation of the university was. But the school itself, like many schools, relocated in the 60s, so it's actually been on this campus for over 50 years now. If you do get a chance to walk around the campus, it's very close to the top of the hill here. And to give you a bit of an idea of the scope and the size of the school, I suppose we cover a range of activities. We have degree programs in the surveying area, but also civil, environmental engineering, and construction management. And more recently, we've also taken on some double degree programs in the architectural engineering space. We're the largest civil engineering and environmental engineering school in the country by a very large amount. We have over 2,000 students, a little over 40 full-time academic staff, and we cover a range of research activities across the whole scope of those programs where we have our undergraduate degree programs. In terms of the research funding, we're very successful in achieving Australian Research Council funding, but also, more importantly, in interacting with industry and solving important industry questions, whether that be with industry or whether that be with instrumentalities like local government, state government and federal government organisations. So as a civil engineer, I'm really very aware of the important contributions that surveying geospatial communities actually rely on the technology that's going to be discussed at this particular conference. Chris has mentioned that the powerful tools that surveying and geodesy has had in the last 30 years, and the school will continue to carry out many research projects and activities in that particular area. A number of the other areas which I talked about are related to the school. We also have a number of double degree programs in mining engineering, and we understand that construction and mining engineering are really becoming, in fact, all their activities are improved by the role that GNSS techniques provide, and that's certainly very prominent in the Australian mining community. And so some of the new techniques which I believe are going to be discussed at this particular conference, not new techniques but ongoing techniques, RTK, real-time kinematic approaches. All of these activities are really being encouraged and supported through the activities of the school. More recently, the school has embarked in investing in important infrastructure, which allows us to carry out projects right across the whole spectrum of activities of the school. So we've got a number of new UAV technologies which are being used for aerial mapping, and that's covering all sorts of activities from coastal mapping and also mapping mine and construction sites. So, and also more recently, some of the intelligent transport systems which are being mooted for the future. So I really understand that Australia is ramping up its contribution to IGS with extra reference stations, and I think you'll hear about that from Geoscience Australia. Our academic sector in Australia, and particularly through our surveying and geospatial engineering group, is looking forward to these challenges, the big C challenges and I suppose the small C challenges in the provision of these GNSS services. So our school is really proud to be involved in this activity. We're looking forward to continuing to contribute to our long history of over 30 years of GNSS research excellence, and hosting this particular event through Chris's and Craig's involvement is really just a first part of this expression of our future commitment. So I won't say anything further apart from wishing you all an enjoyable and stimulating workshop. As Chris mentioned, there's some really great weather on in Sydney at the moment. Not too hot, but really pleasant. And I hope you enjoy your time here in Sydney and Australia if you're staying on. So, yeah, without further ado, thank you very much.